Okay, hi everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the 18th episode of Knits and Pieces. I'm Noelle.
I'm Jacqueline.
And who are you?
Hi.
Zoe.
Hey.
So I'm Jacqueline's mom and Zoe's grandma.
Mm-hmm.
So we're coming to you from London, Ontario, Canada. Yes, it's a nice day out today. It's a little chilly, but it's certainly a lot better than, was it last weekend that was all the snow, or the weekend before?
Yeah, most of the snow is melted right now.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of snow.
More coming.
So it's a little bit nicer out today. Right?
Yeah.
So you can find our information about our Instagram accounts and the podcast in show notes.
And the description bar below.
And the description bar below.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's Jacqueline Knits and Pieces and
Knits and Pieces on Ravelry and Noelle's Knits and Pieces on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and Knits and Pieces, that's right. So for our 3G section today, we've got some little tiny Christmas sweaters.
Hey.
So we each have one. Zoe, which one do you want? This one?
The red
That's
one?
what I thought you'd want.
What's that?
So you hold yours up and show everybody.
Can you show everybody? Can you hold it up?
Wow.
Yeah. Hold it up by this. Can you see?
Walking.
Look.
Yeah, it's
What
a little
is it?
Christmas sweater.
It's a little sweater?
It's the way to set up.
Yeah, does it fit
Yeah.
you? Does it fit you? Yeah, that's a nice sweater. And here's Mommy's sweater.
Oh, look at this one. Is that stripes? Hey?
Yeah, and there's Grandma's sweater.
There's this little one.
And there's that one.
Little trees.
Okay, so these little
Yours?
sweaters are the Holiday Sweater Ornament, and that's a pattern by Amy Munson. It's a free pattern on Ravelry.
Hold yours.
And the whole sweater only takes about 20 yards of yarn.
Right.
So it's more fiddly to make than anything, but it's a good way to, if you're looking at for ways to use up your leftover sock yarn.
Yep.
Yeah, it only takes a little bit to make them. They make really cute little ornaments to hang on the tree. And Handy Dad 5 made those little hangers for me. So all the hangers is just like a little piece of dowel, and then you just screw in one of those little hooks.
Yep.
And then
Makes
you
sense.
can hang it on your tree. You can hang it on like a little, I don't know, anything where you've got a little piece of a bar that you can just loop that over.
Do a little Christmas garland of
Yeah, it would be really cute with a little Christmas garland.
sweaters.
Yep. So this one, if you hold that one up, that one was actually done with Biscot sock yarn, and that's their
it's
Hudson's.
really soft.
Yeah, it's their Hudson's Memories colorway. So
say-
those stripes just
It looks like Hudson's Bay colors.
yes, those stripes just happen like that because it's thin stripes in that sock yarn, so
Yep.
it just makes
That's
a really
just the way
nice
it worked
pattern in the
out,
sweater. Yep.
Yep.
And the little red one is done just with Croy, Patton's Croy 4-ply sock yarn. And then that little Progress Keeper is a Progress Keeper that I got when I was in Columbus at Bow Knitting Live. And that is by Ann Tudor. And so it makes a really cute little ornament on your tree if you put it on your sweater.
Yeah.
But then you can also
like
use it, take it off and use it on your knitting for your Progress Keeper.
Yeah, nice.
And then this one here was just made with some leftover sock yarn that I used last year. It is
Blue Fiber Arts something?
yes, it is.
Because
Blue
I've
Fiber
done
Arts. You've
I've
that
done
one,
socks in this color.
And I forget the color, but it's a sparkle.
Yep.
I think it was pine something. Anyways,
Yeah.
it's just green with a sparkle, and then the little white trees are just some leftover Belfast mini mills and their 4-ply sock yarn.
Yeah. Really cute.
So, yeah, so if you're thinking of, some quick little gifts to do for Christmas, it's a great pattern. So that's Holiday Sweater Ornament by Amy Munson. Okay, so now we're going to move on to admin.
So we've got our Sockalong,
Yes.
our year-long Sockalong still going on, and we've picked another winner. Do you know how many socks we've got in there now?
Over
300 and
360.
something?
Yeah. So lots.
So the name that or I guess the prize that we drew for this month is a set of 4 mini skeins from Ginger Snaps, which we talked about last episode.
They were very kind to donate that to the podcast for a giveaway.
So this is a 4-pack of mini snaps, and there's Zest Fingering, which had 93 yards, and it's 80/20.
So basically, with all of them, you've still got 100 grams, so you've got lots
enough
to make a pair of socks. Yep.
So
or for whatever you want to use it for. You
Yeah.
can make some little holiday mini sweaters.
that's true. So the winner of our Sockalong for this draw is KI and Crafts, which is Deborah from Southwest.
Yeah, I think it said Southwestern
Ontario.
Yep.
And she did the Coffee Talk socks by Tracy Miller in the Regia sparkling yarn.
Yeah, they were really cute. They're
Yeah.
sparkling, so they
We'll put a picture up
Yeah.
if you got it
Yeah.
right. And then we've also got our Christmas KAL still going on. So we have another bag from It's Best Thing. And sorry for the crinkling of the plastic. But this is another cute Christmas bag. A little Santas and owls and
Woodland
Christmas
creatures.
trees. Yep. And then the inside's got a bunch of candy cane print. And it's a drawstring bag, so
Yeah,
I won't pull it
don't
close,
pull it,
but that's, yeah.
I mean, that's a good size bag. You can probably put like 3 skeins in that.
Yeah, easily.
So,
Yeah. So again, and that's by the Knits Best Thing, which we've mentioned Dawn before, but that's Dawn Maurer.
And she's one of the codependent knitters.
Hmm.
So
we drew, and the winner of the Christmas bag is Mystery Sewer, who is Sandy, who's also from Ontario, I believe. And she did the morning coffee socks. And those were by the Crazy Sock Lady.
yes,
Who is...
I think it's Kay Litt, and she's got a podcast, the Crazy Sock Lady podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, and so it's funny that both the ones that won have coffee in the name.
Coffee. Coffee talk socks and morning coffee talks.
And morning coffee socks.
Yep.
Everybody likes to knit socks while they're drinking their
Well,
coffee, I guess.
Anyway, congratulations. Get a hold of Mom through Ravelry.
Yep.
And we'll get those prizes out to you.
I just need your address, and I'll get those prizes in the mail to you.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're not sure. Do you think this will be our last one before Christmas?
Probably.
So do you think that we'll
Maybe.
probably
Yeah,
at least
probably.
pick one more winner
Well,
from the Christmas?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because we'll do at the end of December. We'll do like our grand prize thing for. And again, we're going back and drawing from the beginning. We
Yes.
don't just go
Yeah.
from.
So
So,
can-
anything else that you knit for Christmas,
It's
get
still
them in there.
eligible. Yep.
Yep. And same with the socks. The socks will go till the end of the year too.
Yep. So yeah, keep getting your projects in. And
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if
Who
we'll get
knows?
another one before Christmas because it's getting busy now.
Yeah.
And trying to get things done.
Done for sure, but definitely still get your entries in because
Yes.
we'll still be drawing more prizes.
Yep.
So yeah, I think
Have
that's it.
fun knitting and don't stress yourself out too much.
Too much, yeah.
Some of us do.
Some of us aren't doing Christmas socks for everybody in
Well,
the family,
yeah. Anyway, okay.
That's it for admin.
that's it for admin. So
On
yeah.
TFOs?
Yeah, on TFOs.
Okay. I don't have any FOs. I only have a hoe. And that's it.
Not a ho ho.
Not a ho-ho. No,
Just a hoe.
no, just one hoe. So that being said,
So
go for it.
want me to
This is your section.
Okay.
Your section
Okay.
of this podcast.
well, I've been busy trying to get.
you
things
made all
done
those
for
little
Christmas.
sweaters. All the little
Yes, I
tiny
made the
sweaters.
little, and I want to make more of those because I think they're so cute.
Yeah.
And I really like them with that little project keeper on them.
Yeah.
Because I think it's cute because then if you've got a special project or like progress keeper that you want to show off, you can actually hang it on one of the little sweaters and put it on your tree.
Yep.
But then after you can take it off and then still use it.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
anyway, okay. So my first pair of socks that I've got finished, I showed these last
I think
podcast.
so. I think
It was
did you
just a
have
whip. I
just
wasn't
one?
done
Yeah.
yet.
Yep.
So these are a 72 stitch sock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they
These are
are.
guy socks.
If anybody's watching the podcast that's in on this, yes, these obviously.
I don't
are
think we've ever
72
have
stitch.
we even ever said that like
What we're
we
doing?
we guess.
No. Okay,
So-
you can explain it.
This is really only the second year, right?
Yes.
No,
This is the second year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom so graciously knits socks for everybody in the family, and how many of us is there now?
Well, this year, including the 3 babies, it's 15 pairs.
Yeah, so we have a guess of whose
Yes.
socks on the sock Christmas tree all go to who.
Yes,
at the
everybody
end.
gets a sheet to fill in, and it's got all the socks are numbered, and you have to guess which socks
Go to which
person,
right?
And whoever guesses the most right gets a liquor store gift card.
An LCBO gift card or some other gift card. Might not be
No,
appropriate for the babies, but
They don't
they're
get-
not
they don't
guessing,
get- they're not
so
guessing.
yeah.
We don't give the alcohol to the babies. So
You would think that I would have a slight advantage.
you would think, but
not always.
Oh yeah, but you did win last year.
Or did I? I guess I do have a slight advantage. But if they watch
Hey,
the
they
podcast,
cannot watch the podcast.
yeah, they might have a better chance too.
Rachel's
so.
watching.
Yeah. She wants that LCBO gift card. She's got 2 little ones at home. I don't blame her.
Yeah. So anyway, this colorway is called Trench Coat, and it's from Turtle Pearl Yarns, and
Yep.
she's a dyer in New Brunswick. I just did the mock cable on the cuff, and then it's basically just a vanilla sock. And I bought the set. It comes with 2. It comes with like kind of like how Timber Yarns comes. It comes with the 2 skeins,
yep.
so that you can match your socks perfectly. And I got this one with the matching heel and toes. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it had the red in the heels and toes. And it
Very
kind of
nice.
looks Burberry, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's kind of like one of their main color combinations. So
Yep, so those are done, and
those will go to
72 stitch
One of the
sock. I'm
guys?
not saying who they're going to. I don't even know yet.
no.
Well,
You don't decide. You just know that you do
No, I might-
so many
I
pairs
might
of
know.
women, so many
I
pairs of
might know. But we'll see.
yeah.
Okay, so the next pair.
Oh, I like these.
So these are biscuit.
Is this what you did the little Christmas sweater out of?
Yes.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
gonna
but
say.
see how the stripes are
More
narrow
uniform on
here?
this, but
But then on the Christmas
so
sweater,
tiny,
right there,
right?
because you've got fewer stitches, you
Yep.
get wider stripes.
Yep.
So this is called Hudson's Memories.
Right, which looks like Hudson's Bay
Yeah,
colorways on
yes,
their
and
kind
the biscuit
merchandise that
is
they do.
it's a nice soft sock yarn. It's
It is really nice.
It's 85-15. Can't be 85-25 because
Yeah.
that
It doesn't
adds up to
have-
too
yeah.
much. But 85-15, and then the heels in this one I just used the Belfast Mini Mills. That's just their 4-ply sock yarn.
Yep.
Just to I don't know.
No, I like that.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
kind of
that.
didn't. I didn't want to do. I thought it would be too much to have the stripes going the other way
All the
in
way.
here, so I just
Yep.
like the plain. So I also want to say that, and I'll show you. Well, I'll show you right now. I also did these.
Oh, see, this is where the guessing gets closer because you're like, does she make it so the family has a matching pair of socks?
Maybe I want them to match grandma's.
Well, maybe.
This is
maybe.
a- this is
Maybe
a-
these are grandma's socks and she just wants one of the babies to match her.
These are a 64 stitch sock.
Yep.
Okay. These
Those are
are
my favorite fit Zoe.
those are 44 stitch sock. Yeah, but Zoe and Molly are pretty close
Oh,
in
this
size.
is true. Yeah.
So, okay, so I just wanted to say this again is it's just a basic vanilla sock, but I just did it in a kid size, so I just went down to like a 44 stitch, and then I just kind of measured. I tried it on Zoe, and it was a tiny bit big for her, which is good because then they've got room to grow. And
Yeah.
her and Molly's feet are basically the same size.
Yeah.
So again, that was just the biscuit in here and the Hudson's Memory, and the heel here again is the Belfast Mini Mills. Yeah, just their 4-ply sock. But I just wanted to say that the one skein of the biscuit yarn did these socks.
Yep.
Those socks.
Yep.
And I've done 2 of those little Christmas sweaters, and
yeah.
I've got enough to do another little Christmas sweater.
Oh wow! So
All
it's
out
really,
of
really
one
good
skein of
yardage.
yarn.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
So again,
nice.
like a good way to use up your
Yeah.
your bits and pieces of yarn.
I want to knit with this now. It feels
I know,
really
it's nice, doesn't it? I
Yeah,
know,
It feels
I know.
really nice.
So yeah, I've done a few pairs in this, and yeah, I like it. And I still don't have a pair in it.
Unless those ones are yours, unless you're saying that.
I don't get to guess. So, okay, now this next pair is for me. So this pair, again, it's just a basic vanilla pair, but it is done in the Regia Arn & Carlos design line because
Okay.
Arn & Carlos are coming to Little Red Mitten.
Right.
So that's next weekend. Well, I should say next weekend. Today is the November 25th, 4th, 5th. Anyways,
Something like that.
but the Arn and Carlos are coming next weekend, so they're
Okay.
actually doing a lecture on December 1st, and I'm going to that. And there was a knit along at Little Red Mitten that you have to knit a pair in Arn and Carlos sock yarn.
Okay.
And you can hashtag it on Instagram, and they've got a Ravelry group, so you're supposed to show up wearing your Arn and Carlos socks. And so this colorway, it is the Regia Arn and Carlos design line, and that color is called. A lot of their colors just have a number, but that one is number 3768, and it's called Nissendal.
So is this all one skein? No, the heels and toes.
No,
but
the heels and toes are not. So it's all one here, but
Yep.
the heels and toes are also a Regia sock yarn.
Like a matching because it looks like this.
But,
color
well,
here.
it does. It matches it exactly, but that's actually their Baby Smiles, my first Regia. So it's really cute. It comes in little tiny, like 25-gram minis. So, but like I think I only used like 10 grams, so
Of
I've still
it
got
for
some
the,
of it
yeah.
left to use
Yep.
again. So, yep, because I also bought the mini in this kind of like what would you call that, a royally blue color?
Yeah.
But I really like that aqua
That color,
so
yeah.
I did it with that.
They're a little bit more rustic.
They are, but I really like that. Well, it's like the typical German sock yarns. Like if you look at, there's Regia, the Opal, and a lot of them feel the same, but they wear
really, really well.
amazingly.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think
Probably
they're
really warm.
75-25, but I think a lot of the hand-dyed ones are 75% merino if they're 75-25, whereas this just says 75% wool.
Wool, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
So no, yeah, I really like them. So
That's
those are
just
for
so
next
that's
weekend.
pretty much just a.
It's just a vanilla, and
sock,
all I
right?
did, all I did was a 2x2 cuff, and then just the cut-in heel and the rounded toe, and that's a 64 stitch.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
Ah, so we know the Euro 64 stitch.
There's only 64. All that I've done for Christmas is 64 or 72.
Wow.
So does that help, Jacqueline?
Yes or no?
Okay. Next pair. So this pair is, the pattern is heel toe do-si-do.
So
And that is by the Crazy Sock Lady.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the same designer that did the coffee morning or morning coffee that.
Morning coffee socks.
Yes, morning coffee socks. So this one, you can't really, you can kind of see the design a little bit, but if you take it off the
blocker?
Yeah, I'm going to take one off.
Are these new blockers?
No, but I had so many socks this time. I was running out of blockers.
I was going to say, like, I don't remember ones that...
They're a little short.
Like that. Yeah.
Okay, so if you hold that up, you can kind of see the pattern. And it looks really nice with self-striping yarns because you really get the zigzag going like that or the chevron type shape. So this is done in Timber Yarns. That's Timber Yarns Twin Sock. This colorway is a special colorway that they did for Little Red Mitten, and it's called Knit Night. So I really like the colors in that. Now the heel is not. The heel is done in Indigo Dragonfly Socktuba, and that color is called Dialects Don't Get Pink Slips.
Mm-hmm. Which is a Doctor Who, I think, reference. I think we've talked about this before.
Yes.
Yeah. I really like that. That's kind of cool that, like, it just switches up, like, the striped yarn, like, right? Just to make it a little bit different with the zigzag.
Yeah, it gives a little bit more interest doing the stripe, right? Because, I mean, I'm knitting so many of them, I have to do something different. Just do, So I really like how that one goes. And this one I just did a 1x1 twisted rib.
Mm-hmm.
And again, just a cut-in heel, because that's my favorite kind of heel. And I like doing that because it doesn't interrupt your stripes. Like if you put in a heel flap and a gusset, you kind of interrupt that stripe sequence. So I just like putting it in the cut-in heel.
Yep.
Okay, so that's that pair. Oh, and those were 64. Okay.
Yep.
These are also 64. It's actually the same pattern, but see how different it looks because these stripes are all more uniform?
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, so this is Twin Sock again, but this is their colorway 9 3/4.
Harry Potter.
It is a Harry Potter. So if you look at it, like you've got the blue and the gray, which is
Ravenclaw.
Okay, and then
Hufflepuff,
and then Slytherin, and then Gryffindor.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So it's got all the 4 houses in there for the Harry Potter colorways. Again, that's the heel toe do-si-do.
Mm-hmm.
So again, if you take, I'll take one off.
These are 72?
These are 64.
64? Okay.
Oh, I forgot to sew that end in. Oh, thanks. not really an FO.
It's not an FO. We'll pretend we didn't see that.
Yeah, so that you can see the stripes show up really neat in that pattern.
Yeah.
So the heel in that one, again, is a cut-in heel, and I did that in Leo and Roxy 80/20, and that colorway is called Sexy.
Yep. So you've used that for
it was actually in another Twin Sock one, so it kind of matches that blue in here really well.
Very closely, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. So those are a 64 stitch sock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
aww.
These ones are, again, I scaled down the heel toe do-si-do pattern because it didn't go small enough for a toddler, but I just, cut some stitches out and did so that I could get the pattern to kind of do the same thing.
Yep.
So this again is another Timber Yarns. This color is called Optimistic. And I love the colors in it. And it's so funny because sometimes when you see them in the skein, it's hard to envision what they're really going to look like.
So, I mean, she does have on her website. She has a tube that you can see
But even these colors are so much more vibrant than what shows up on the website.
Yeah.
They're just really pretty. So these are obviously for one of the little ones. And then this heel was just in a sock yarn that I had. I believe it's called. I wrote it down here. It is called 4 Seasons Grundle Sock Yarn. And it's Hot Socks Neon. Mm-hmm. So I just had bought it. They just come in 50-gram skeins. I just bought it for doing heels and toes and different things. So I thought it matched that really.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
that really well. So anyway, so one set of this, I'm doing all the babies' Christmas socks out of that.
Nice.
But that may not be the ones that are in the contest. Just have to wait and see. Again, that's a 44 stitch sock.
Yep.
Okay.
So that was it for your socks, but you've got a couple more of those,
that's
right?
it for the sock FOs. So, well, except that one wasn't really an FO.
I think we can call it an FO.
all
the other ends, but that one.
I've been giving you a hard time.
That's okay.
Anyways, So the next FO is, you know that with that I went to Columbus.
Yes.
So I went to Columbus with my friend Kelly and our friend Natalie, and we went to Columbus VKL, so Vogue Knitting Live. And this was yarn that we bought there. So this is the Shift Along hat by Andrea Mowry. So Kelly and I, when we went back to the hotel room that night, we both bought yarn to do this. Yes, not the same color,
No.
but the same yarn.
Yep.
So when we went back to the hotel room, we started them that night to see how much of it we could get done
Yeah.
by the end of the weekend. So the yarn is Stone Hedge Fiber Mills, and the base color, the purple, is their shepherd's wool fine. So it's a fingering, but it's a really, really light fingering.
Fingering, yeah. It's like, it doesn't.
I know the
weigh
hat
much
hardly weighs
at all,
anything.
Yeah.
And then the kind of the mixed up colors, that's just one color.
Oh, okay.
And that's called
Yep.
Crazy.
Okay.
And it's kind
So
of
it's just
like
two skeins?
It's just two skeins. So that Crazy is they take their mill ends, and instead of just throwing them out, they weave them, or they like ply them together and make
Yep.
like a. So it looks kind of similar to
Spin cycle sort
yeah,
of?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, so I really like the hat, and
I like
the
it too.
pattern's really easy. You can try it on. Like
Is it big enough for my head?
it should be. Yeah, it looks good. Just I haven't
Have it
blocked it
slouch?
yet, so I think it'll probably like loosen up a bit when I block it. But yeah, I like it.
I can't see myself, but it feels nice.
So, anyways, we went back to the hotel room and we started that night. And
how much did you
I
finish
didn't-
by the end of
I
the
had
weekend?
I had a fair bit finished, but I wasn't
Yeah.
done. So the dark yarn is hard to work on.
When,
Like
yeah,
when it
if
gets
you don't
darker
get
at
light,
night.
yeah.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
But I really liked working with the yarn. And then one other thing, I'll show you when I get to my whips. But we also got new needles.
Yes, you did. And now I want a pair of these too.
Anyways, but they're the new Prim needles. They're plastic. I'll show them to you when I pull out that
Your opposition?
my
or
my
stuff?
whip, because
Okay.
I'm using
Using
it.
them, yeah.
Okay, so that's the Shift Along hat by
Yep.
Andrea Mowry. My next finished object, and this was one that I was working on in the last podcast. So this is the Elton by Joji Locatelli, and that is done in Chelsea Luxe yarns. So it is done in their merino singles and their mohair. And their mohair is a mohair silk 70-30 blend. And then the merino singles is 100% merino. And that colorway is called Pink Peony. And I love that sweater.
Yeah.
Like it feels like nothing.
It feels like, yeah, it's really, really
warm,
light,
but it's
but
so
yeah.
light. Like I was probably, I still have some of the mohair left, and there was 2 skeins, 200-gram skeins of the singles, and I still have some of that left. So the sweater barely weighs anything.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So differences that I did to the pattern. The pattern only called for sleeves that come to like about here. So I had enough yarn, so I did long sleeved,
Yep.
right? And I just, yeah, I
I
really like
think
it. I
last
love
time
the
you
color.
weren't sure if you were going to do like a button up or just put one button or
I know,
whatever. So
I
you
know,
ended
but I
up
got
putting
those
buttons all
buttons,
the way
and I
down.
thought they were.
They match like perfectly.
I think
they're
they
like,
do. I
yeah,
like how they just, and they're just
they're
kind
like
of,
a little like not glass,
they're almost
but like,
transparent, so they just
translucent sort of.
and it is nice to be able to button it up. So.
Yeah.
And they don't. I was worried too big of buttons would weigh the front of the sweater
Down.
down when you've got that many on, but
Yep.
I thought those ones
Nice
worked out
light.
okay. So
Very
that
nice.
sweater I did. It was a lot of knitting on mohair, and when you're knitting the singles mohair, you got to be careful that it's because it's so fine. It's sometimes easy to drop a stitch.
Yep.
But yeah, I my gauge is probably a little bit tighter than what it calls for in the pattern, but I didn't want it as open as that is, and I had enough yarn to do that, and I was going by measurements anyway, so it worked out fine.
Nice.
Yep.
Very
Okay,
nice.
so that's that one, and then you'll have
This
to try this
one?
on too. Yep. So this is the Durand cowl.
Like this, right?
Yep. And it is by Tara Lynn Morrison.
It's so nice.
I know, doesn't it feel
feels
amazing?
so
Like
nice.
it's like it just feels so soft, but it's mine. It just wouldn't exactly go with this sweater.
No,
that I've
you know
got
what?
on.
These wouldn't like be the colors I would choose, but I do actually really like it.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, but look what's in it. Like it can go with navy. It can go
Yeah.
with gray. It can go with cream.
It's
It
nice
could go
and
with black.
Snuggly.
I know. So that is the Durand cowl. Like I said, I did that on 12 millimeter needles,
Yep.
and that yarn is Leo and Roxy Super Bulky.
Yep.
And it is 100% merino. That colorway is called Major Tom.
Yeah.
So-
I've knit with this too before. It
I
is
know,
really
isn't it
nice.
nice?
Yeah.
It feels amazing. And I still had like a ball like this
Still
left
left?
of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought of I might do Zoe or Molly just a little
Those
a
really
little
really
tiny
nice.
one. But isn't it nice? And I find that cowl is easy to put on, and it just hangs nice.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about
No,
like wrapping
no,
or whatever. It's
no.
just
And
it's
even
done.
and I wasn't sure about the fringe, but I really like the fringe.
Yeah.
So, and well, remember I had that on, and Grandma's like, Grandma,
Who's yeah, you wouldn't
85.
think, yeah.
Oh, I really like that.
Yeah.
And so you said you might make her one for Christmas, because that's basically on the big needles, and it doesn't
Gets
take very
done
long.
pretty quickly,
Probably
yeah.
took longer to do the fringe than to knit the cowl.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, and then my last FO.
This is so cute.
So this is my last FO. So this is Pinafore number 4844. It's a really good name. It's a pattern by Hayfield. So that's like it's a British knitting company. It's done in Hayfield Baby Blossom DK, color number 356. This is yarn that I got in April when I was up in Shelburne, when we had that kind of little mini knitting retreat. And I had seen a little dress done up in it.
It feels nice.
Yeah, it feels nice. It's just acrylic and nylon. But
yeah,
hey,
still I mean, for little ones, you want to be able to
you want to be able to throw it in the
yeah.
washer and dryer. Now I did change the pattern
A little bit?
a lot.
A lot.
Okay. First of all,
Well, did
the
you change?
pattern was knit flat, and then you sewed it together.
Okay.
Well, okay.
So you did it in the round?
So I did it in the round.
Yeah.
Didn't make sense to me to knit it flat. And then the bottom was garter stitch, but I read through people that had made it, and they said the garter stitch rolled up. So I thought if I do this little picot hem at the bottom,
it's really
then,
cute. I like the
yeah.
edge of
Then
this.
and the weight of turning up, like when you do the picot, you kind of turn it up and sew it, so it gives it that weight, to hold
it down.
to hold the hem down. And then around the waist here, this was the size 1-2. This one actually fits Zoe and Molly. So when I came up to the waist, they didn't decrease a whole lot of stitches, and I thought, oh, that's going to be like way too
Really
wide.
big,
So
yeah.
I did the biggest size for the skirt part, and then I went to the middle size for the bodice part. And then they had rows of garter stitch around here. Well, I changed it to rib so that it would
pull in a
suck it
little
in
bit.
more.
Yeah.
And then I just adjusted again. This was the same on here and here. They had garter stitch, and I just did the rib because I thought it pulls it in and gives it a little bit more structure.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
and then if you turn it around, it's got a button closure on the back, so it's easy to get on and off them. And then I just went and looked and bought them little cream colored shirts to go underneath it. So that's
So
one
cute.
done, and I still have 2 more to do. And I tell you,
You added all these projects.
I know.
Nobody asked you
It was
to. I'm
fun.
not saying they're not
It
going to
was
look really
fun.
cute. They will, but
It was fun doing the first one, and now it's like I'm on
I got
the
2 more.
skirt of the second one. And I'm like, oh. Anyway, it'll get done. So
That's really cute.
yeah, I really like it. I really like how the design, like you don't have to do any work to get it right. It just stripes like that. And then what I did
Because it
do,
looks like holly,
yeah,
like berries.
yeah, and it's funny because the yarn does tell you to pull out a string and look at it, and depending on whether you're knitting top up or top down,
It'll
tells you
tell
how
you
to
which
knit it
ways.
so that the green's at the bottom and
Bottom.
the pink comes on
Yeah.
top of it,
Yeah.
right? And then when I got up to here, you pulled it down a little. I kind of had to cut and piece a little bit because I wanted
All
the
the-
flower pattern just here. I didn't want it going up here,
Yep.
and then I didn't want just part of it on the back, so I kind of just cut it so the grays would be on the
yeah.
back. Yep,
Nice.
yep. But that was basically just one skein.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
Yep. Okay, so that's it for
That's
my
it for FOs.
for FOs. So now we're going to move on to
My
whips.
one HO.
Your-
My one
your-
hoe.
your one hoe. Okay.
This is getting a little bit warm. It's very
Okay.
nice, but so mine is a sock, and
I don't even think you had started this last time.
no, I don't think so. I
No,
think I had
'cause we
showed
just
the
got-
colorway in because it was an acquisition from Woodstock. But I am knitting a pair of socks for one of my coworkers for his wife. So I picked up a thing of the timber
yarns,
yarn
yeah.
sock that has the 2 skeins.
Yeah,
the
that
matching
color
skeins.
is-
So I have the one sock done, and the other one
Started.
not cast on yet.
Yes.
But it didn't take that long. You know, when I've
No.
been switching back and forth because I have started some other projects.
Right.
So I wanted to get these done for him because
Mhm.
I did want to finish my socks, which are very, very close to being
Being done.
done. But
I love that color.
yeah, it's a really nice
It's
color.
really
When I
nice.
first
Again,
started
it's like
it,
you cannot
you can't tell.
You
Yeah,
cannot tell by just
what
looking
it's
at it
gonna
in the
look
skein,
like.
and it just because some of her colors are just straight colors, and then some of them are like kind of where something gets a little bit sandwiched.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But
Yep.
it looks
when
looks
it's all
amazing.
finished as a sock, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just pretty much.
But don't you want to keep going to get to the next stripe to see
Stripe?
what it's going to look like?
Well, I guess so. Like when I was like before it started repeating, then I can see like okay, I can kind of see.
Yeah.
What the
When I was
stocking's
doing
gonna look like.
doing the little one for the babies in that optimistic colorway, I'm
Yep.
like, I just
So
want to see what the next one looks like. Yep. So.
But yeah, just a vanilla sock again with 2x2 rib.
Yep,
and
looks
then
good.
Afterthought heel. So hopefully these will fit her fine. She's
Yep.
tried on.
Well,
one
you said
set.
they fit you, so.
They fit me, so if all else fails, I'll get a pair of socks out of it.
She tried on yours.
She tried on my other
They
ones
fit,
that I've
yeah.
done. So yeah, I think they'll be fine. But
Good.
yeah, I really like the timber yarns.
Oh, I know. Me too.
Yarn.
So we have to do that for our Christmas Eve cast
Cast
on.
on?
Because we did
Yeah.
it last year, remember?
Yep.
And you did socks.
Yes, I
but
did.
you kept yours.
I
But
kept
mine
mine.
were socks for Dad. So
Yep.
I was just this optimistic that I'm on now. It's my 8th colorway.
Yep.
Working with timber yarns, and
I'm
I still
not
don't have a
keeping it.
pair. I still don't have a pair. so
These are the ones
this-
that you do for this.
when I start
cast
Christmas,
on,
those are going to be
Just for
mine.
you, yeah.
So
on to whips.
on to whips. So we're on to whips.
Yep.
Go
Want me to
ahead.
start?
Yep. I only have 2.
I only have 2 as well, though. I didn't have all those FOs either.
I
But
have a lot of things I haven't even worked on because I've been getting
Well.
Christmas stuff ready. So
I don't have that excuse. I just have Zoe as an excuse. That's all. So I've got my other one. I think I showed the other one as a whole last episode. But my second sock of my Tuku honey socks. Tuku honey? Tuku socks? I don't remember now. Tuku honey?
Tuku honey, I think.
Yeah. But they are by Andrea Mowry, and I'm doing them in lichen lace nutmeg,
Okay.
80/20 sock. And I'm very close to being
That
finished.
that
this,
color is so pretty.
but I did change the pattern a little bit. She has in her pattern as the back of the sock and like the, sort of the sides that wrap around as reverse stocking stitch. Yeah, reverse stocking stitch.
Okay.
So because I was doing them top down and I was doing the afterthought heel, I'm just glad I did just straighten it, I guess, instead. So,
Yeah,
but I
no,
still
they look
really
good.
love the
Yep.
pattern.
I think the pattern
the
really
pattern
shows
is
up.
pretty much identical. Well, it is identical
It's the same
to
as
her
the pattern, right?
Yeah.
What you put down. Yeah. No, I think the pattern looks really good, and I think it really pops. Like that little, the cables down the side really just you can really see them, and it's nice with that. Is it garter in the middle or
It's
reverse
almost
stocking?
No, it's
Anyways,
it's
it looks
almost
good.
garter, but yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah, you're gonna
So
really
I'm-
like them. You don't have much more to go.
No, I don't. I have large feet though, so
Wow.
it takes a
Hey,
little bit longer.
I'm knitting guys' thoughts.
I
Don't
know.
have to
I'm not
tell me about
saying
large
you're a fast
feet.
knitter by far. You're way faster than
No,
I
I know,
am.
but you get to part, it's like I can't believe I'm not done yet.
Yeah, but I'll be
So.
close to doing these two. But like I said, I was trying to
Yeah.
get that
yeah.
other pair done.
Well, and it's sometimes nice to move back and forth so you don't get bored.
yes, yeah, that's why I started another
Yeah.
project too. But socks was I just wanted something other than socks.
does.
But
Yeah.
I understand now
Yep.
you, not as much as you because I haven't done like as many
Anyway.
pairs as you are, but
Okay, so my first whip,
more socks.
more socks. But this is, I just want to show you this bag. This Kelly gave me this bag. She
It's
made
cute.
it for me for
Christmas
a Christmas
flamingos.
bag. So it's got Christmas flamingos on it. It's just really cute. She knows I love pink.
Yep.
So that is by the Tango Stitch Shop. She's got gorgeous bags. I love her bags. So
Mhm. On Etsy, right?
on it, yes, on Etsy. So go check them out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is, I showed you the other socks that were finished.
Right.
The first pair in the Optimistic, so this is the second
Second pair.
So the only difference between the first pair and this pair is
The
in
heels
this
are
one,
different.
yeah, so in this one the heel's kind of like a purpley pink and the other one the heel was the green.
Like lime green.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, so those are just done in the twin sock, 80/20 colorway Optimistic, and those again, it's just a scaled down version of the heel toe do-si do by the Crazy Sock Lady,
Mm-hmm.
and 44 stitches.
Yes.
So you know they're not for you.
Well, no.
Okay, so that's that, and the this is the yarn that I use for the
heels?
heel. So it's just hot sock fashion. I just bought a couple of colors in this. I think I got this and the green that I did the other heel
They
in,
match the
and I think
socks
I've
really
got
well.
like a corally color, and they're just kind of nice to have a pop of something in
Something in.
in a
Sure.
sock, and just the 50-gram balls, and it's not that expensive, but it's 75/25,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a nice yarn to put in it. Okay,
Yep.
and your next.
My next one is I finally cast on using my Blue Moon, yep, my Blue Moon fiber is Crack Paca in the chestnutty colorway, which Mom actually got me for Christmas last year, and I'm just finally casting on. But I guess that's not really that bad when it's not a, yeah.
Believe me, that's not that old.
No, it's all tangled up in my bag here, so that's okay. I can just show what I've got so far. So I am doing Hohi's Odyssey shawl, because I hadn't decided if I wanted to do another hipster or switch it up and just do something different, and Mom convinced me to do a different
try
one.
Something different, yeah.
I don't really have, there's no really pattern started yet. Yeah, I'm not there yet, but I do have a fair bit done.
Yeah, it's a nice color.
So,
you seem to be picking like all of your things that you showed.
I know, yeah.
The sweet and savory. Did we say that was sweet and savory?
No, so yeah, the stripe sock that I did, the hoe is
sweet and savory.
Sweet and savory colorway, yeah.
And
which has a pop of this
that
color
in it.
Although those socks aren't
they're not
really
for you. I know.
But yeah, I'm definitely gravitating towards this color. Mm-hmm. I mean, I still think I gravitate towards gray. But look, this gray and this color look really nice together.
No, it's
so
very
there's
nice.
Definitely like a reasoning behind it, I think.
No,
so
I like it.
It feels really nice.
I know.
And I think when it'll be like my hipster that I also did in Crack Paca, that it's very light.
Yep. But warm.
Yeah.
No, nice.
So I'm excited to do this to have for me.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, that's my other whip that I have going.
Okay, and my next whip is, so this is the Baby Blossom, the Hayfield Baby Blossom DK.
Yep.
So it's got those colors in it, and I'm just, so this one's going to only be a little bit different in that the
bottom's
the picot's just at where the little colors were.
Oh, okay. So that's what you said it's sewn?
Yeah, so to do the picot, like that's what I changed in the pattern.
Yep.
You just cast on your number of stitches. I think I knit 4 rows, and then you just do a row of yarn over, knit 2 together. Mm-hmm. And then you go back to your plain stocking stitch again, and then when you're done, you just fold that over so you get the little picot edge.
Yep.
And then you sew it down and you get that nice little picot.
Yeah. It's really
so I've only got like that much done on it, but these are
the needles.
These are the needles that I was telling you about that we got in Columbus, and they are Prim. They're new ergonomic whatever. What did you try them? Did I?
I think I held them, but I didn't actually.
Honestly, they had a setup, and I thought, well, I'll try them, but I am not gonna like these because they're amazing.
Yeah.
I want all the sizes now, so I bought 3 sets, and I went back to get one of the other sizes that I thought I'd use a lot, and they were sold out of them. Yeah. But I'm hoping they'll have them in New York.
Yeah.
So,
do they have sock yarn sizes?
No, not yet.
I don't.
They didn't have. I don't know with the plastic whether you can go down, whether it would break too easily
or not.
I don't know, but they're really like if you can see that.
It's almost like a
point on them.
Yeah, and like.
Not really.
It's got a flat
their straight ones are triangle, but this has got this little. I don't even know what you would call it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I thought that would bother me, but it doesn't at all. The yarn slides so nice on it, and it's just a really nice needle to work with.
And
like Kelly and I both thought that Prim.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they do make other needles too, but I believe this release of these ones might have just been in September of this year. Now I did go to Michael's, and Michael's does carry some of them, but they only carry the straight.
Okay.
They don't have the circular, so they've got the straight ones, and they might have some of the double points, but they didn't have any of the circular.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is the Pinafore again, the Hayfield Pinafore 4844, basically the same as my finished object one. So that's the second one, and then I'll still have one more after that one.
Is that the same size though one? So you still have the
other
one
same size one. Yeah,
smaller.
But when I tried the little one on Isla, basically she's okay with it here. She just needs it a little shorter. So
it won't be quite as much.
It won't quite as much because it'll be a little bit shorter. But anyway, I'll get done. Okay.
So that's it for whips.
That's it for whips. Yeah. So I should show. I do have my next socks kind of planned out. So
we might as well say moving on to acquisitions.
Okay, sure. Moving on to acquisitions. So,
this is also a Noelle only section.
Okay. So these are my next socks that I'm going to be casting on. So this first one they're both timber yarns.
Yep.
But the first one is basically kind of like greens and grays, white, and it is called Sage. Mm-hmm. So it is probably going to be a 72 stitch sock. Mm-hmm. And then I thought I might pick out one of the grays and put like the
You've
heel
got
in the
that
dark
lime.
gray.
Oh, the dark gray.
Oh yeah, I could
so
do the
you
lime
do
green.
the lime green.
Anyways,
as well,
I'll decide when I get there. I'm not
Yep.
sure.
Gray would look nice.
Yep.
I always fan for gray, obviously.
Okay, and then that second one is most likely going to be a 64 stitch sock, and that color is called the Humble Badger,
Which is for Hufflepuff.
which is for
Harry
Hufflepuff
Potter.
and Harry
Which I
Potter.
said this could be a Slytherin, but it's not. It's called Sage. So
Sage, but no, because she does have a Slytherin one.
does she?
Yes, so and I think it's more green.
Yeah. More green than
Yeah.
that.
Yep. So okay, so that one most likely I'm going to put in like one of the grays for
Grays
that.
as a heel. Yeah. Nice.
Yep. Okay, so those
We done
those
that
have to be
podcast.
they have to be done by Christmas.
Yeah.
So, okay. So then, I was in Columbus, and they had a marketplace.
Yep.
And it wasn't a huge marketplace, but they had a lot of nice vendors there.
Yeah, like you're saying, the prim needles that you found.
Yes, we
Yeah.
found the prim needles there, and it was nice because they had a setup where you could actually try
Use
them.
them, yeah.
Because if I just saw them and didn't try them, I
Probably
wouldn't have
wouldn't
bought
have,
them.
yeah.
No,
Yep.
and yeah, they were actually a really good price. Like they were really affordable. Like
Yeah.
if I had have known even how much I was going to like them, I would have probably bought all the sizes that they
yeah.
had. But anyway. Okay, so then there was also a vendor there called Cornbread and Honey. And she does yarn, and she also does these, they're called hive bars. They're like a body lotion bar or a hand bar. And I've already used this one, so you can't
It
really.
feels really nice. We just both put some on.
But there, you can kind of see it
So
there.
it's got like
it's
a
got like
imprint
a
of
little
a-
bee on
Yeah.
the front, but it's like when you use it, obviously your bee's going to get worn down.
Yes,
And I have been
yeah.
using this. And this scent was called their mystery scent.
It smells
But it's
really
kind
good.
of, it's like citrusy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it smells really nice. And I mean, this time of year, I find I have little hand balm things all
Just
over the place
everywhere.
because my hands
It's
just
so
get so
dry.
dry. And it feels terrible when it catches under
Yeah,
the yarn.
yeah.
So that was Cornbread and Honey. And also from her, I got this skein.
Which feels so nice.
Yes. We better not let Zoe feel that. I know.
Feels
doesn't
so
it feel
nice.
I
It's
know.
like I don't even know how to like say what the difference is between like this
Mohair.
and mohair,
I
but
know.
it's just like I don't know how to describe it.
So anyway, so this again, it's from
Cornbread
Cornbread
and
and Honey,
Honey, yep.
and this is their, it's baby cereal alpaca and silk. So I think it says
Maybe it's the silk that makes it feel that just like
No, I think it's the baby alpaca.
You think so?
Because the mohair has silk. Like when you look at when the regular mohairs, it's mohair silk. So this is 74% baby cereal alpaca and 26% mulberry silk. So it's still classed as a lace weight, but there's 328 yards and 50 grams, whereas the mohairs are more like 450. So it's a tiny bit thicker, but not really, but it's a tiny bit thicker than the mohair, but it just feels amazing.
smoother. I don't know
I
how
don't
to
know.
describe
I don't
it. Like
Like
I don't know.
it just feels like you just
really
want to do this
nice,
all
yeah.
the time, right?
Yeah.
So this color is mauve, and she only had the one left. And I really, if she had have had enough for a sweater quantity of this, I would have bought it, but
Yeah.
she didn't. So I'm hoping that I get a chance to try this out before we go to New York, and I'd really like to look for like maybe a sweater quantity,
Of
and
that.
maybe some of this like to hold with something, like to do another love note or.
Yep.
There's another Andrew Mowry one, the Daydreamer, I think, that I'd like to do. So I'm hoping that I can find it somewhere but I want to kind of try it first and make sure I can't
You like
imagine
knitting
that
with
I'm not
it,
going to
but
like
yeah.
it. But
Yep.
okay. And then also in Columbus, we showed the shift along hat,
Yes.
and I did that, and it was where is it here? Stonehenge Fiber Mill. And this is the crazy. So this was like the pop of color in the shift
hat.
along hat.
Yeah.
So again, they take their mill ends and they ply them and just make them into these crazy colors. And it's
So they're not like they don't have like a
they don't have a
dye
color name.
lot,
Nope.
right? It's just
no,
all
everyone
one-off.
is different.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's 230 yards in
Yeah.
one. It's soft.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
really
it's 100% merino. It feels amazing. So I'm thinking those three colors I might put together in a shift cowl. I know I said it's not that colorful, but
Yeah, I think it is.
I think it would look good because it would look good with like a jean jacket.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and it's got a lot of colors like the burgundies and pinks that I wear and
Yep.
so anyway. And I mean I really like Spin Cycle, but this is way more affordable than
Yeah,
Spin
it's
Cycle.
cost, yeah.
So okay, and then also there. Do you know how to pronounce that? Because I don't. Yokahaney?
Nope.
Okay.
Here, we'll put it.
Okay, so this is Yokahaney. I think it's Yokahaney Yarns. And it was the last day And I was just kind of taking a wander around. I think Kelly was still trying the needles again. And I was just trying to taking a walk around. And I just saw that and I looked at it. And one thing that I was looking for was something with yak in it.
Yep.
And this does have the yak in it. And when the yarn's got the yak in it like that, the color takes differently because the yak's a little bit different color than like a sheep fiber. Mm-hmm. So this one is, and it's not even a lot of yak in it. It's
20% yak.
20% yak, 75% superwash
70.
merino. 70, and then 10% nylon. The color's called Merlot.
Yep.
So it's like a kind of like a grayish burgundy.
Yep.
And I got two skeins of that. Yeah. So it's enough to do. Well, it'd be enough to do like a sweater similar to Tanya.
Yes. Yeah.
If I wanted to. So.
But this is very similar to sort of the color that you named my Tanya.
Yeah, it is actually. Yes. And then we were just looking at it. Where did I put that?
The baby alpaca. Yeah.
It
would look really.
It actually looks nice
together,
with that. So who knows? Maybe I might. And it would look nice to hold them together. You'd get kind of that marled effect.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe that'll
be your project. Yeah.
And this base is called Woolly Yak.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Really pretty.
Okay, so I think that was. Oh no, there's one more thing from Columbus. So.
Oh right,
yes,
the other little.
That out. My little gingerbread man, and this is from Ann Tudor, and I met Ann at the show, and she's really nice lady. Mm-hmm. And these are nice because they're actually blown glass, so they're not the clay, so they're blown glass. And it looks so like when you do the little tree and put it on, it looks so cute. And your sock yarn that you're doing your where's your sock? Get your sock.
Oh,
show how well this goes together. I'm hoping Jacqueline still has a little bit of leftover from her
my
socks.
Lichen and lace nutmeg.
Because like that would just look if you did a little sweater and then hung that little gingerbread on, it would look amazing.
Yeah.
So on your tree. Anyway, so that was that, and I think that's it from. I might have bought other stuff, but I think that's it from Columbus.
From Columbus, yeah.
Yeah, and then I've just got a couple more things. Okay. So this is huge. So this is the Leo and Roxy. This is the super bulky that we showed the Durand cowl in.
Yes.
And this color is called Thatcher, so it's kind of like grays and creams and black.
It's so similar. I feel like maybe mine was a little bit less. Like this has got a blue tone.
Was yours
cool
like
tone.
more gray? Was it called McSteamy?
Possibly. Maybe mine was McSteamy.
Okay.
Yeah, but like very similar.
But you gave that cowl away, didn't you?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. Either that or I made it and saved it for.
Anyway,
no,
so,
I knit your mom a different one.
So anyway, so this is super bulky, so it's 100% merino.
Yep.
It's super soft, and most likely I really like that Durand cowl, so I'm probably going to do one that's going to be a gift.
Yeah.
So, and again, it'll knit up quick, and that color, like basically, it's even got a little bit of black in it.
But it's still like a very good, like
so
neutral, yeah.
That you could wear it with a lot of colors.
Yep.
So
for sure.
Okay, and then the last thing that I have to show is actually it's an acquisition, but I didn't buy it.
It was a gift.
It was a gift. My birthday was in November, and Rachel talked to Jacqueline. Or no, she just showed you after
she showed me a
found
picture when she found it on Etsy, I believe.
Yep. Yeah. So this is from Jezebel B, and I actually have, I didn't bring it, but I have a little sock knitting bag that matches this exactly.
Yeah, it does,
like it's this color, and it's
yeah.
got the inside in the striped denim. And so this is just a little notions pouch, which is great because I can have that like sitting beside me on the couch.
Yeah, I thought it was good because it was a good size and you can put everything.
Like I've got my little rubber stitch markers. I've got all my little light bulb things, some sight savers, your little balls, a couple of Band-Aids, some
more hand salve.
Yeah, so it fits a whole lot of things, and you can kind of just it folds up, it does really up, and you can kind of just have it sitting, and then like fold everything up and put it away when you're done with it. So it's great.
Yeah.
So Jezebel B, she makes lots of nice project bags. She actually makes project bags now just in this leather.
Ooh, that would be nice.
They're really nice too. Yeah. But lots of nice stuff on her website. Like my little sock tote that I've got, it's great because I can put it over my arm and And this fabric wears
so well.
Amazing.
Yep.
So
canvas.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's
Very
it
nice.
for acquisitions. So anyway, so I guess
Yeah, I guess that's it for like 2019, which is crazy. It feels like this
Well, we
year
might-
is
we
come
might,
and gone. We
we
might podcast. It
might-
might not be out until we'll see how it
But
goes.
I'm hoping that maybe like if you guys are at our house just after Christmas, maybe we can get one done just after Christmas and then could come out early in the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So-
you've got that week off, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but up until then, it's going to be too hard. There's too many.
Just so much
Things
going
on,
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that being said, happy holidays,
Yeah.
everybody.
And thanks so much for watching, and still get your gifts and your socks into
Yep,
the
to
cows
those
that are
cows,
going on. And
for sure.
you know, if we aren't on here before Christmas, I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday season.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see you in.
Yep. Merry Christmas,
2020.
happy knitting. Yeah. See you next year.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Why can you say Merry Christmas?
Bye, Christmas.
Okay. Happy knitting.
Happy New Year.